Lieutenant, we were attacked by creatures. Daniel's been injured. He needs medical attention.
Creatures? What creatures?
Let me take a look.
Keep away from that man!
Acid burn. You're lucky it's only a small area. It will be painful, but at least you haven't lost your leg. Kincaid, I need some medical supplies. Oh!
You are a prisoner here, Doctor. I neither need nor want your assistance with my men. You forget. You are under the sentence of death!
Sir, we need all the help we can get at the moment, and he's a doctor. Who better to look after Daniels?
We don't need him! He's probably involved in this whole business somehow. Step away from that man, now! Move now or die!
I've seen what's responsible for this business, as you call it, and it isn't the doctor. It's those things!
If you won't listen to me, then listen to your troops. I'm not the enemy, but if you'd let me help, I could be a good ally.
You seem intent on turning my troopers against me, Doctor. It's a mistake you've made for the last time. Give me your rifle, soldier.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't do that. I think you should go to your cabin. Now!
What? How dare you! I'm in charge here. I give the orders.
I don't think so, sir. You're no longer fit to issue orders. I'm sorry, but I have to relieve you of command. I don't want to have to shoot you, Lieutenant. Please go to your cabin.
You can't do this to me! This man is poisoning your mind, Halloran! Can't you see that?
All I see is a man trying to offer his help. You've lost your grip, sir. Kincaid, take Lieutenant Matthews to his cabin and confine him there.
Yes, sir. Lieutenant, if you will follow me.
What on earth? Everybody stay here. That includes you, Kincaid. I want to check this out.
This is the doctor's doing! I'm telling you!
Shut him up! Ready weapons. I think those things have arrived.
Be careful. You've already seen what they can do to you.
Our weapons are barely having any effect.
Doctor, I'm not sure if we can hold them. We need a barricade and fast.
I don't believe we have enough material here to stop a horde of giant insects. I doubt we have enough here to stop a determined mouse.
But it might just buy us some time. Kincaid, Daniels, concentrate your fire on the head bug.
Almost everything heavy's screwed down. Anything we could move, they'd just brush aside.
I don't believe it. They bleed acid.
Stop talking and start firing. We have to keep them out.
That's 2 down. Only 2 to go.
They're too close. Kincaid, get back.
Ah!
He's hurt, but he's alive.
We won't be for long if we can't stop them. Doctor, look out!
What's that thing doing to the doctor?
Hold your fire! Hold your fire!
They're taking him away.
They want him alive.
What?
Come on, we're not letting them take him.
Stop. There's nothing we can do.
We can't just leave him, Daniels. He needs our help.
He's beyond our help now. He's as good as dead. Kincaid's unconscious.
He's probably better off that way. Help me move him into his cabin and then you can give him a shot of pain relief. He'll need it when he wakes up.
What about the lieutenant? Was he hurt in the attack?
Not that I can see. Not physically, anyway. We can come back for him once we've dealt with Kincaid. We'll be back in a minute, sir.
Get away from me! The beast of my mind, they're real! Do you understand? Real!
Daniels! Get him off me!
Have you lost your mind, sir? Let go of him!
Don't you see? They're all against me! I see that now! The doctor, Halloran, those creatures! All of them are against me! They attacked my mind, my dreams. But now, I have to fight back!
We'd better get him to his cabin first. Can you get something to tie him down with?
Sure. Are you okay?
I felt better. Once we've dealt with Matthews and Kincaid, I'll be going after the doctor.
Don't be stupid. What chance are you going to have on your own? It'll be suicide.
Maybe, but what chance does he have if I don't try? Come on, let's get the lieutenant safely tucked up in his cabin. I want to be out of here before it starts to get dark.
To the ship. Wait a minute. Those things are coming back. There's nowhere to hide. Oh no, they've got someone. Is he dead? It's the doctor! Doctor! Doctor, come on, doctor, wake up! Ignore me, would you? What have you done to the doctor? Bring him back now! Right, that does it. Don't worry, doctor. I'll get some help and then I'll be back for you. I promise.
Hello? Is anybody here?
Doctor!
Who is that? Show yourself!
Come towards the light, Doctor. I will see you in the flesh. Welcome, Doctor. You are not harmed?
A little tender around the neck, but I'll do. Who are you, if you don't mind me asking?
We are the Thraskin.
We? That's twice you've used the plural when I asked you who you are. I only see one of you.
I am the Thraskin. We are the Thraskin. All of I.
Really? All of I? This sounds unusually interesting. Maybe you better explain.
Hello? Is anybody here? Lieutenant Matthews? Kincaid? Can you hear me? Kincaid, are you all right?
Help me! My body feels like it's on fire!
What happened to you?
Those blasted creatures came. One of them sprayed something at me. Whatever it was, it burns like crazy.
Hold still. That should be a bit better. At least it'll keep it from getting infected. I'm not sure what more I can do, though. I could just as easily make things worse. Where's the rest of the crew?
I'm not sure. After that creature sprayed me, I must have passed out. It could be dead for all I know.
Maybe I should check the rest of the ship. Will you be okay on your own for a little while?
That won't be necessary. Daniels is taking care of Lieutenant Matthews. We've taken injuries, but we're all alive. It's Moira, isn't it?
Yes?
Look, I don't know how to tell you this, but your friend, the doctor...
I know. I saw the creatures carrying him off. I'm sure he's still alive, though.
I was going to go after him, but Daniels and Kincaid are badly injured and they needed my help. Besides, I'm not sure I'll be able to do much on my own. Those creatures take a lot of stopping.
Well, you're not on your own now. You've got me to help you.
Not a chance!
I've had to restrain the lieutenant. He started to get violent again.
Well, he's safely locked away in his cabin now. I'm going after the doctor.
Not this again. All you're gonna do is get yourself killed.
I'll be with him.
No, it's too dangerous. You can stay here and help Daniels take care of Kincaid.
You've already said you won't be able to do much on your own. I'm giving you a chance to succeed. Besides, the doctor is my friend. I'm not just going to sit here and wait while you try and save him.
This isn't going to be a walk in the park. Those things shoot acid at you. I might have a small chance of rescuing your friend. I've been well trained, you haven't. If you come, you could do more harm than good.
If you knew half the things I've seen and done since I started traveling with the doctor, you'd know I can take care of myself. This won't be the first time I've been in a dangerous situation. I doubt it will be my last.
So you say. You're still not coming, though.
Do you really think you can stop me? Leave without me and I'll just follow you. Daniels isn't in any fit state to stop me. You decide. Let me come with you or have me trailing along behind, because those are the only choices you're getting.
She's right. I'm not going to be able to keep her here. You might as well take her with you. At least it's another pair of eyes to keep a lookout. I'll take care of things here.
Okay, I don't like it, but we go together. Do you know how to use one of these?
No, but I'm a fast learner. Anyway, it can't be too hard, can it? You just point it in the right direction and fire.
There's a little bit more of it than that, but I can show you the basics on the way. If you're coming with me, at least I can make sure you can shoot straight.
The creatures were taking the doctor toward the ruins. They weren't moving all that quickly, so we might still be able to catch up to them.
The ruins? Even if we can't catch them, I have a pretty good idea where they've gone. Daniels and I found a cavern near where they were tracking the creatures before. When we got inside, we came across quite a few of them. I'd like good money on that being the place where they've taken the doctor to. Right, there's no time like the present. Shall we go?
Take care of yourselves out there, and don't take any unnecessary risks.
Would I do that?
My race was far different from your own, Doctor. We had no sense of self. We were a collective consciousness, though we had no concept of the term at the time. We traveled amongst the stars, filled with a curious wonder at all we saw. Good and evil meant nothing to us. We reveled in existence.
There are worse ways to live.
Eventually, we stumbled upon a planet. The primitive dwellers fascinated us. We watched from space as they went about their lives. For warmth, we would fly close to the sun and bask in its heat, but always we would watch and wonder at these beings we had found. We did not understand that our presence around their sun was having a damaging effect on the people of that world. They must have noticed our presence, and they sent up rockets to destroy us. As I said, we had no concept of good and evil, nor did we know of death. The missiles found their mark time and time again. With every Thraskeen destroyed, a part of the consciousness we shared disappeared. Finally, I was the only one left. Alone. I had never felt such isolation. Always before, my thoughts had been shared amongst my race, and theirs were shared with mine.
It must have been a terrible experience for you. I can't begin to imagine how it must have felt.
Without the voices of the other Thraskeen in my mind, my own consciousness began to take shape. Senses and feelings came to me that I had never felt before. At first I reveled in the newness of it all, but after a time these new senses came to overwhelm me. I tried to flee from these new sensations. I hurtled through space trying to leave them behind, but they were always with me. Finally, the emotions I had so recently acquired sent me over the edge into madness. I felt anger, a towering anger aimed at those who had left me like this. So I returned to the world where my kind had been destroyed. I came with the vengeance of the Thraskeen.
You destroyed them all?
I ended their world. I wished their planet to be swept into the sun, and it moved at my command.
Your mental powers are that strong?
I have never tested the limits of my power, nor do I choose to do so. I had descended into a form of madness when I did this. I have no wish to return there.
What happened after you obliterated the planet?
With my rage sated, my mind began to return to me. The new emotions were under control, but deep inside of me I could still feel anger and resentment. It had grown strong in that short time. Built on the deaths of my people, it gnawed at my fears. On occasion since, it has tried to take over.
You speak as if it were a living creature.
It is! In some ways it can act independently of me. It is almost as if two Thraskeen are existing inside of me. I call it the Dark Thraskeen. It has grown strong on a feast of anger and hate, growing in power as it does so. I can feel the presence growing inside of me, and soon we may become two separate entities.
You can do that?
I believe so, but I cannot allow it to happen. The dark half of my psyche delights in causing pain and death. I can control it when I'm alone, but when people are nearby, that side of my being grows stronger.
So the presence of the settlers and now the relief crew have reawakened the Dark Thraskeen? Why did you come to this system then? You must have been aware it was inhabited.
I brought this planet here, Doctor. After I destroyed the race who had killed my kind, I wanted to stay as far away from other beings as much as possible. I found an uninhabited planet, this one, and hid myself away. I steered the planet with my mental powers, always looking for a system that held no other form of life, and I thought I had found it. The Dark Thraskeen has tricked me. He managed to mask their presence from me, and by the time I realized the truth, I was too exhausted to move the planet any further.
And of course, when the colonists arrived, the Dark Thraskeen began to destroy them.
Not at first. For a while, I was able to subdue the Dark Thraskeen. Even now, there are barriers I set that he is unable to break.
He still seems to be doing a fairly good job of destroying the people on this world. What were these barriers, anyway?
I managed to stop him from being able to destroy anything or anyone directly. That is why he uses the insect creatures.
You said that this planet was uninhabited. So where did they come from?
Nowhere is completely uninhabited. There are always some forms of life. Bacteria, that kind of thing. The Dark Thraskeen created the insect creatures out of those microscopic beings and altered them to suit his purpose.
Amazing. If the creatures are his creations, why did they bring me to you?
I used a similar trick on the Dark Thraskeen as he did on me when I entered this system. I masked the creature's true mission from his consciousness.
I take it that it was your mind I felt when I first arrived on the planet.
Yes, I was reaching out for a receptive telepathic mind.
Reaching out? You almost sent my mind into oblivion.
I'm sorry that happened. I was surprised to make contact with the second telepathic mind. I was not able to compensate quickly enough for the feedback.
Yes, well, I expect that it must be hard for you to understand the inherent dangers of... Wait a minute. Did you say mine was the second telepathic mind you contacted?
That is correct. You must have met the other man. He was part of the crew of the ship that you were taken from. The other men call him Lieutenant Matthews.
Of course. I should have realized earlier. How could I have been so stupid?
Sir, I've brought you some water.
Daniels, why have I been tied down to my bed? What on earth is going on?
You don't remember? You had some kind of breakdown. We had no choice but to restrain you, sir. We were worried you'd be a danger to yourself as much as you were to us.
What nonsense! Untie me!
I can't do that, sir. Halloran relieved you of duty, and unless he says otherwise, you're going to have to stay where you are.
This is ridiculous. I'm your commanding officer, and I demand that you release me.
Here, drink this.
I can't drink it lying down. Look, at least loosen the straps enough for me to be able to sit up.
All right, but I can't release you completely. There you go. That should be a bit more...
Must get to the flight deck. Must stop these creatures from coming back.
How could I have been so stupid? I should have realized what was wrong with him.
Doctor, you must not berate yourself for what you could not have known.
Oh, on the contrary, it was all too obvious. No wonder he was so paranoid. He had your voice echoing in his mind and no idea why. He probably didn't even know he had these latent telepathic abilities. When your mind touched his, the shock must have been enormous. I'm just surprised that he managed to stay as sane as he did for so long.
I had no idea. What have I done?
You weren't to know, and hopefully no permanent damage has been done.
Doctor, you don't understand. I have made things worse. Even when I'm trying to make things better, I only make things worse.
You may be a little less tractable because of it, but I'm sure we can win Matthews' round eventually. Don't beat yourself up about it.
This act will strengthen the Dark Thruskin inside of me.
Why?
The Dark Thruskin feeds on negative emotions and negative actions. Even if my motives are pure, I now know that I have caused harm to another, and so the Dark Thruskin will feed on the guilt I feel. I'm only just managing to hold the Dark Thruskin back, and in trying to stop him, I've only made the task harder. If I'm not careful, the Dark Thruskin will break free. If that happens, nobody will be safe, not just here, but throughout the universe.
Right, this is it. Let me go in first and you follow close behind me. So, are you enjoying yourself?
I'm just about to crawl through a hole, searching for a bunch of giant acid-spitting insects. As first dates go, I've had better. What's up for an encore? Front row seats at the charge of the Light Brigade?
The what?
Never mind. Were you going to stand there halfway down a hole all day?
Don't forget, stay close.
This is a dead end.
No, it just looks like it. When me and Daniels came here earlier, those insect creatures started coming out from those cracks in the walls. This time, I'm going to be the one who opens them up. Right. Before we go any further, there are a few rules. If we look like we're being overrun at any time, I don't want you to try any heroics. You head back here, go through the tunnel, and make your way back to the ship as fast as you can. No matter what happens to me.
If you think I'm going to leave you or the doctor here, you've got another thing coming.
Then we go back now. I'm not joking, Moira. We do this my way or we don't do it at all.
It doesn't look like I have any other choice, do I? We do it your way.
Good. Shall we go then?
What was that? One of the insect creatures?
No, two of your kind are approaching. One is a male, the other female.
Moira, is she okay?
For the moment, yes. Doctor, I have managed to keep your presence here from the Dark Thruskin, but their arrival will have already alerted him.
He'll send the insect creatures after them. I'm sorry, but I must go.
I built these caverns with the sheer strength of my will. I can open the way up so you can get to them far more quickly. I will also try to block the paths the insects will be taking. You will get to your friends in time.
Thank you.
If you truly wish to thank me, get the people off this planet. My strength hasn't fully returned, but I should be able to move the planet beyond the confines of this system. I must leave soon, Doctor, before the Dark Threskin is able to break free. The way is open to you, Doctor. Please do not fail me.
I won't. I promise.
This place is a labyrinth. How on earth are we going to find the doctor down here? We could be going round in circles for all we know.
I know, but we haven't got any other choice.
You're a soldier. Haven't you got a compass or something?
There's one on our weapons. It's no good, though. They've been flickering all over the place since we came through the cavern wall. Something down here has a strong magnetic field.
The tunnel forks just up ahead of us. Which one do we take?
I don't think it matters. We have no idea where the doctor is, so one way will be as good as another. We've got a problem. They're coming down both tunnels.
So what do we do then?
Don't shoot!
Wait, that's not one of those creatures. It's the doctor.
That was close.
Doctor, hurry up! There are creatures coming from the tunnel next to you.
We'll have to get back to the ship. If we don't get off this planet soon, it could be too late.
You and Moira start making your way back. She can show you the way. I'll try to give you a little more time.
No, I'm going to need you when we get back there. We'll have to take a chance at outrunning them. Or perhaps not.
The tunnel's sealed up. What happened?
I think we've had a bit of help. Mr. Halloran, would you like to lead the way?
Sure, the sooner we get out of this place, the better.
Open the door! Lieutenant Matthews, let me in! What's he doing in there? Doctor, you're back!
What's going on here?
It's the lieutenant. He's locked us out of the flight deck.
What? I thought he was locked in his cabin. Override the systems!
I can't. He's cut the power to the rest of the ship.
Can't we break the door down?
Not a chance. The door is made of pure titanium. The only thing that seems to have any effect on this is the insect creature's acid.
What about the door's mechanism itself? The control to open and shut it must be on the same power source as the flight deck.
It is, but trying to open it from this end is all but impossible. You'd have to open up the panel, but even if you do, there are over 1,000 possible combinations.
That doesn't sound too difficult. Keep trying to get the lieutenant's attention while I work on opening the door.
Come on, Lieutenant, there's nowhere to go. You might as well open the door.
There's no point trying to get in. I've sealed the door shut, and I've set the locking mechanism on a rotating combination. You could try all year, and you wouldn't get any closer to opening it. Besides, you haven't got that long anyway. Did you hear that, Halloran?
I heard it.
And you know what that means, don't you? I've set the auto-destruct. In less than 5 minutes, we won't have to worry about those creatures anymore. The countdown will be ready, and with one press of my thumb, we'll all go up. They won't get me. Those filthy things won't take me.
How's it going?
Not long now.
You might want to hurry it up a bit.
I'm doing the best I can. Matthews has done quite a good job at scrabbling the combination.
If we don't get that door open, there's going to be a lot of lives at stake.
I'm sure the doctor's aware of that.
Is he? Does he really know how much damage it would cause? The ship's engines have a highly reactive power source. Added to that, there's enough explosive in the hold to end a fair-sized war. If the ship goes up, the aftershocks will be strong enough to reach all the way to the home world.
Just need a couple of moments more.
The trouble is, I don't think Matthews is going to give you them.
I've got no other choice.
What are you playing at? Keep trying to open the door.
Listen, when I was taken into the caverns, I met a being called the Threskin. I think he can help us.
Doctor, you heard what Halloran said? We've only got a couple of minutes. There's no way you can get there and back before the ship explodes.
I won't have to go anywhere. Kincaid mentioned that Matthews had been a little distracted recently, almost like he was hearing voices. He was. It was the Threskin. The Threskin is telepathic. I can speak to it without leaving the ship.
How can it help us? Are you expecting it to talk Matthews out of blowing up the ship?
I don't think you really want to know. I'm just about to make contact with it. Whatever happens, don't try to disturb me, or the shock will kill me. I need your help!
Doctor, what do you want of me?
I haven't got the time to explain. Read my mind. You'll find out everything there.
No, I can't do that. You can't expect me to do that.
I'm sorry. There's no other way.
You're asking me to swamp that poor man's mind. You know what that will mean? The Dark Threskin will take control.
If you don't do it, all of us will die. Millions of people will die on Serarina also. Do you think the Dark Thrashkeen won't feed on that?
What sort of choice have you given me, Doctor? Either way, I'll use control to the Dark Thrashkeen.
I know, but there's no other choice.
Very well, Doctor. Remove your mind from mine.
Not long now. They can try to get in all they like, but they'll be too late.
Matthews, you must stop this course of action before it's too late.
No! Get out of my mind! You won't stop me that way!
Listen to me. If you stop now, you can leave this planet and you will never hear my voice again. I cannot allow you to continue, though. One way or another, I must stop you.
You're too late. I've beaten you, now you die.
I'm almost there. Just a few seconds more.
We're almost out of time, Doctor. I thought you said that this Thrashkeen would be able to stop him.
He won't let us down. I'm sure of that.
What just happened to him? What did that thing do?
Right, that's it.
Doctor, I asked you a question. What did that Thrashkeen do to the lieutenant?
The answers can wait. We need to cut the power before the engines go critical. The Thrashkeen is telepathic. It must have tried to talk Matthews out of trying to blow up the ship. When it failed, there would have been no other choice left but to bring the full weight of its mind onto Matthews. Yes, as I thought, the lieutenant has suffered a catatonic shock. His mind is withdrawn within himself as a form of protection.
But he will recover, won't he?
I really don't know. Under usual circumstances, time tends to heal the damage done. But the Thrashkeen had to be quite swift. If Matthew's mental defenses were too far down, then he may never recover. I wish it hadn't happened this way, but... let me help you get him into his cabin. If nothing else, at least we can make him comfortable.
What's going to happen to you when you get back home?
I have no idea. Do we get treated as returning heroes, or as fools who will make up a fantastic story to cover up our own mistakes? Seriously, if you hadn't been here, would you believe our story?
Oh, I would. But then again, this sort of thing seems to happen to me quite a lot. Well, it has recently. What I mean was, are you going to stay in the Space Corps?
If they'll let me stay after this fiasco, yes. It's all I've ever wanted to do since I was a little boy. And I'm not sure what else I'd be suited for now.
What about Halloran? Do you think he'll stay?
Here he is to answer the question himself.
What question was that?
Moira here was just asking what you were planning to do when you get home.
Sleep for quite a long time if the corpse will let me.
The repairs to the ship have been completed. It's not perfect, but it should be up to getting you home. Talking of which, Moira, it's about time we left too.
Will you be heading towards Serenia yourself? Might help to explain why we're going to classify this planet as off-limits to colonization.
I'm certain you can handle it, Mr. Halloran. I've always fancied a trip there myself, but probably won't get around to it for a couple of lifetimes yet.
Besides, with the TARDIS, we never really know where we'll end up next.
It keeps things interesting, Moira. Well, take care, Halloran. You too, Daniels. And don't worry too much about Kincaid. I'm sure his injury should heal up just fine.
Goodbye, Doctor, Moira. Don't forget, if you're ever in the neighborhood...
So, where are we off to now? That was fast. We can't have arrived already, can we?
We didn't have to go far.
Isn't that the planet we just left?
Yes, I just wanted to check something. I wonder if I can get the scanner to zoom in a little closer.
Doctor, for a moment it looked like the planet moved.
Are you sure?
I think so. It was only for a moment, but it seemed to move further away. Maybe I just imagined it. No, there it is again.
Yes, I can see now. It's picking up a bit of pace.
You don't seem all that surprised, Doctor. Were you expecting this to happen?
Hoped would be near the mark. The Thrashkeen did say he would move the planet away from the system, but I was worried that things may have gone awry. Wait a minute. The trajectory is all wrong. If the Thrashkeen doesn't change course now, the planet will be pulled into the sun's gravitational pull. What is he doing?
It's getting faster. It's heading straight for the sun. Can't we do anything to stop it?
No, it's got far too much mass for the TARDIS to stop it. Wait a minute. Maybe I could...
The planet's starting to break up. There's something emerging from the middle of it.
The Thraskeen. I should have realized. He wants to head into the sun.
But he'll die.
That's what he wants. The Thraskeen wouldn't let its dark half win, so it chose to die rather than let that happen.
It's separating. It almost looks like one half is holding on to the other. It's gone.
I caused this. I didn't want to tamper with Matthew's mind, but I left him with no choice. He was scared and looking for help, and all I did was make things worse.
You saved a lot of lives, Doctor. Surely that more than makes up for what you had to do.
Does it? Can the ends ever justify the means? It doesn't make me feel any better to think so. I think I really need a break from all of this.